Yes, boys, and we're back. It's another episode of your working man's road to glory. It's your boy, it's the Ashman. How we all doing? How we all keeping? That's what I want to know. First of all, I want to apologise. I did actually have this video, well, not this video, it was another video which I had 2 or 3 days ago. We've tried, me and my editor have tried it the last couple of days trying to get this uploaded. I couldn't do that, just it was corruption of files, etc. Really annoyed because I think I put a lot of time and effort into the video, a bit of research as well, and it just wasn't meant to be. So we missed out on a video there, but on this video I'm having to sort of, everything's been deleted. Essentially everything's gone. Couldn't get any of the files back or anything, so I've had to just do an impromptu video now, which is going to be sort of everything I was trying to go through previously and obviously the what we're doing this week. So we're going to kick that straight in. Before we do that, as always, welcome to all the new people watching it. We are at a grand total of blind 90. That's right, 90 subscribers, guys. So well on our way. I'm so happy. Just an interesting fact, actually. Out the 100% of people, let's say, that watch the videos, YouTube's pretty clever with the algorithm. It tells you exactly who's subscribing, who's not. Who's public, who's private, you know, new followers, old, existing. It's pretty clever. If you've got YouTube, you can go in there, and if you have your own page, your own videos, you can check everything. And it says basically like 80% of people that regularly watch my videos, tap in to watch them for however long they do, they actually only, they don't subscribe, 80%. So the 90 people I've got are from, say, 20%, and the other 80% watching right now and not subscribing. So if you guys, 80%, even if half of you could just press that subscribe button, I'm going to go from 90 to whatever the maths is. It's going to be double, triple, quadruple of that pretty quick, pretty fast within a matter of a couple of videos. All it simply needs you to do is click that subscribe button. So that would be really appreciated, if you don't mind. So moving on, I just want to say thanks to everyone. If you are new and you do want to start Sorare, as always, it's your own money, your own hard-earned cash. So just, you know, take it with a pinch of salt, do a bit of research, and don't take it too serious. Now, what I will say is there is a link there, sorare.com/r/AshMann-88. That is the link. If you click that link and you're a new member, you go to market, you go into here, you pick 5 players, try and go for as cheap players as you can. If you just want in the free card or pick whatever players you want, you'll get a free card, I'll get one, and it could be tier 3, 2, 1, or an all-star beauty. Alright, so 12 friends, 5 referrals. So we're still on what we was on previously, but we are getting there, guys. We are going to talk about the giveaway. We've mentioned it a couple times on videos, but we're going to just sort of readdress it at the end of the video, but we'll touch on that at the end. Talking about clubs, where have we been? Who have we completed? I'm going to go back to some of my older ones. So if I go to the completed, that's this week just gone, but I'm going to go to the week before that. There is a way of doing it. I believe I can just click the magic button here and that'll bring it on. Yes, so here we are. This is where we're at, guys. So what I want to show you is just a couple of things. With the week that just went, I did my very first ever reward. That will be the title of the video. That's right. We got our first ever reward after 3 months of playing this game, which was the American one. So we had 4 teams entered. We had casual. We only came 24,000. I got a tier 1 player, which I'll show you in a second. Plays for some Brazilian league, so nothing. Well, it plays for some Argentina league or something. So something we're not too bothered about, but a player. Lucas Biglia. I'm gonna probably go out and just buy this guy just for gigs. Why? Because he just scores good, doesn't he? For 35, 36 years old, he just scores good. Nico Williams, if Fulham don't sign him full term, they're crazy, but well, Liverpool let him go, maybe at 20 odd million. He's just a freak of nature, isn't he? So we love him. Jan Black, Anton Stark, Edin Dzeko, they did what they do. But guys, this was just a team that I just put in. It was only people that was playing, didn't really have that many. So we got that. Champion Europe, this was one that I was hoping to go. Ferland Mendy hasn't been playing for the last couple of weeks, won't be playing for another week or 2, injuries, etc. And I think they'll be resting him for some of the, you know, the big Champion League matches. So he didn't play, so I was never going to get a star player, because you need all 5 essentially to get a star, as you know yourself. Oliver Bowman, another clean sheet, fantastic. Ibrahima Sissoko, he had a couple of fantastic games and then he's just dropped off. But, you know, it's a love and hate relationship with this man. Mounane, what can I say about Mounane? You know, he always hits, he always delivers at around 50 upwards, obviously 62, so I put him as my captain, but he always gets me a minimum with the captaincy 60 to 100 points in that read. Whether he scores or not, he just always plays well. So I love him. And Lucas Modric, what can I say? He didn't play a lot of minutes. His legs looked a little tired. So yeah, that's where we're at with that one. All-Star, these was where I just throw any old players that I've currently got. Surprisingly low. Kevin Vogt, who would have guessed it, a massive 72. And Barama Ndoye, who would have thought it, a massive 70. So again, just incredible scores for these guys. Kramaric, he needs to go essentially at some point because he's just not it, is he? Just not it. Diego Lopez conceded, and obviously Lawrence Rodriguez. He didn't play too well. So that's where you're at with them teams. This was the big one though, America. Here we go. New players, guys. This is what I was trying to say in the last video, which was being deleted, is that we got a new goalkeeper. It was between him and a chap called Pedro. I want to say Pedro Galice. Galice, yeah, well, there you are then. So that's what it is. It was between these two boys. I think they were first and second in the MLS conference, Western Conference, I believe. So I could have gone for either one. This guy's about 5 years older than Carlos Miguel Corral, so it's about 4 or 5 years older. It hasn't got as much utility. He was going for virtually, give or take, £10. He was going for the same price at that time when I bought him, which was around the £200. Interesting facts, don't be greedy, guys. I saw him at £196 and the other one was 225 or something. And I was like, oh, can I get this 196 down to 186 or 185 and just try and, you know, get that extra 5-10 quid out of him? Why was I so stupid? I seen it and I just played around for like an hour trying to test my luck, trying to get pricing. Somebody comes in, buys him for 196, and next thing you know, you've got to pay 225 if you want him. It was like 30 quid difference. I literally almost cried and thought I was so annoyed at myself for just dilly-dallying around after 3 months being on this game. You know, they were maybe mistakes I was doing in the first month. And now I'd like to say I very rarely do them mistakes, but obviously I'm only human, and I saw some, and that little thing inside me was like, can I do it? Can I squeeze an extra few quid? And it was my fault. Greed, what does it say? Greed will imprison us all. That's exactly what happened to me, imprison my wallet. So I end up, in the end I got him for about 206 or something like that, 2627. So I only got him sort of like, you know, a little bit more than what it was, but even so. So that's our new player there. And I've also got a new MLS player as well, which is going to be replacing Raheem Edwards. And the reason being is Raheem Edwards, it's a lie, the system. He plays as a left back every single game in real life, but on the game they have him as a striker. So whether he's played striker previously, was there up front for a bit, or whatever it may have been, but suffice to say, he was doing well, and he does play well majority of the time. And he just gets assists. He actually, no doubt, he's in the top 10, top 15 in all the rankings, virtually everything. He is a good player, but, you know, I also want players that are going to consistently play well and also try and get me, assists or goals. And he plays well, and then, you know, he's a bit hit and miss with the goals and assists. I want both for my striker. I don't want a left back as my striker, essentially. That's what I'm trying to say. So I've replaced him. I still got him in the club, but we'll cross that bridge in a second. Overall, 328 points. This guy has let me down. When I got him, Derek Etienne, which if I come up here and have a look, my gallery is worth, which we're going to go in about gallery price in just 1 second. There's so much I want to go through, 1241. But if I go on here and have a look at Derek Etienne, let's put that back up again so you can see my face a little bit more. All right, here we go, right? Derek Etienne. Look at this, £18.54. Guys, you need to pick this guy up. You need to pick him up. It's not even a conversation. Go and get him. Go and get him. If he's gone to £18 because he's injured or something, I'm going to absolutely cry. I've just realised something. Hang on. Columbus. Derek Etienne Jr. Alright, well, I'm going to have to do a bit of research on that in a second. Alright, hang on a second. So basically, guys, when I got him, he was around, yeah, £70. He's obviously dropped off now, but if we have a quick look, this might be because he's injured or something, I'll say we'll have a look into that, but if we have a look at his scores real quickly, you can kind of see straight away here, he was doing absolutely amazing. This is where I've got him around that, £70 marker. He's then dropped off, he's played every game, so unless he was injured here, but because he's dropped off so much, his price has obviously dropped down, so this is the time to come and get him. But, as I say, this guy can hit good scores. So really, it's whether or not I want to keep being persistent with Derek Etienne Jr. and keep playing him. He just plays like a centre attack midfield, or an attacking midfielder, if you want to say. So it's whether or not you feel I should keep being consistent with this guy or upgrade on another attacking midfielder that plays for another club. If you know of one, obviously let us know in the comments. That would be much appreciated. So we're gonna, as I said, we're gonna go into the price and everything just one moment, but I just want to sort of like talk about a couple of things. So going back to the America, I did get a reward, super happy, and we're gonna have a look at that reward right now as we speak. We're gonna go into here, cards, and when it loads up, there we go. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so these are the rewards that I've got recently. So I got, here he is, George Hernandez, 32-year-old midfielder. As I said, plays for a league that doesn't need mentioning, I'll be completely honest with you. We can have a look at him right now, George Hernandez, and you can kind of have a look for yourself whether or not you think it was a good pickup. The guy, honestly, is worth around £2.50, £3, so quite clearly, I've put a lot of money, which, as I said, a couple of times we're going to go into, but it just shows you that after 3 months of playing, I'm super happy that I got a reward, so I can finally say I've got one, no doubt. But in terms of his cost, we can kind of see his highest ever went was around £4.55. The lowest he's ever gone for is around 95 pence, and he's currently going for right now £1.86. He might be a good play for something like one of the, one of them new limited. One of them new limited ones where you can put, the ones I'm talking about. These ones here. Let's quickly go to it. Underdog, etc. Them leagues. So he might be a player that I can just throw into there if I need to, or maybe if I've got an all-star team. He does play week in, week out. If I've got an all-star team and somebody's injured, he can maybe replace them. So he could be good for that. It's never going to be a starter, is he? It's just as simple as that. So that's who I got for George Hernandez. And again, if you want to look at his scores, we'll obviously show you that now. He plays, but in fact, he's having the best run of form that he's had in like a year. Alright, so now moving on from there, I just want to quickly run through this week's teams that we're going to be doing, which is casual, I've got in. You've got a bit of a tick here. We've got Milan against Vs Roma. Honestly, that's a bit of a difficult match. It could be a draw, honestly. Mkhitaryan does play normally very well. He wasn't the player that he maybe once was, but he is still a cracking talent and should still get me at least 50 points is what I'm hoping to get, 45, 55 out of him. Lucas Biglia, I never really knew much about this guy except for that I've seen him on a few videos, few YouTubers. He's done well for me a couple of times now randomly, so again, it's just a player that I might be looking at purchasing myself. Van Dijk, the king of Sting, will leave him in. Alisson, best goalkeeper on the planet, we're leaving him in. And again, obviously Liverpool's playing Everton in a free fall, so no doubt they're going to turn him over, and they need to turn him over if they want to compete to get that place. And then we've got Edin Dzeko. Edin Dzeko's a bit of hit and miss. Sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't. But obviously we've got Edin Dzeko, we've got Milan, Vs, Mkhitaryan, Roma. So if both these guys can get an assist or on the score sheet, that will do me fine. A nice little draw between them, cracking. Alright, so that's where we are with this team. All-Star. Again, you know how it works with All-Star, guys. I take a team, I put it into my America, Europe, whatever's left over, we throw into All-Star. Champion Europe, I don't really have that many players. In fact, this particular week, I have a lot of players that are injured, COVID, or whatever it may be. They're not playing. So actually, this is me getting the only players I've got. So I've got 3 boys from Hoffenheim. We've got the goalkeeper, we've got the defender, we've got the striker, essentially, or left winger is Kramaric. So we've got these guys in. If they can keep a clean sheet and potentially get me an assist or something, fantastic. I'll take that all day long. Ibrahim Sissoko, again, hit and miss. 1 week he got 80 odd points, and he got 70 odd points, and he dropped down to 30 odd points. You just don't know what you're going to get with him. They are playing Lille, and I'll be honest with you, that team you know, they're no pushabouts. They're not the best team, but they're definitely always in that top 6, top 8 conversation. So I think that's going to be a hard matchup. But if they really want, if you know, Strasbourg want to hit that top 4 position and play Champions League, etc., you know, or at least European League, they need to be winning these type of teams. So I hope that they come out all guns blazing and win essentially. And if Sissoko can do the damage, then he will. And Raheem Edwards. This was the guy, obviously, who was the starter essentially for my MLS squad, obviously, guys. But as I said to you in the video, we have gone ahead and upgraded him now to an out-and-out striker, which I'm going to show you in a second. Super excited over that now, new purchase. So Raheem Edwards, I was going to just sell him, get my money back, but I'm not going to sell him now because he's actually going a little bit less, about £15-20 less than I bought him. So I'm going to wait until he at least banks or just a little buy, which he will do because MLS, it's not as if they're coming to the end of the season, they've just started, so he is no doubt going to have a couple of good games, and once he does in the next week or two, I will just make my money and more on him, so no doubt. But I might as well use him while I've got him, so he's gone in there. So this team, will it hit me a tier 3? Potentially no, but if all the stars aligned, you get it, all star, then we've got it. America, this is where we're at. We've got Carlos, new addition from last week. Clean sheet, fantastic. We're going to come to this boy in a second. Matt Hedges, he had the game of his life. They had like 20 odd shots thrown against him in the last game and they didn't concede. And Matt Hedges was at the forefront of that, the man of the moment. So if he can have another game like that, I'll be super happy. This guy is playing out of his skin in the last match, so I hope he just replicates that here. Derek Etienne, as I said to you, this guy has the ability to hit monster scores, but you know, it's one of them. If he don't play well after 60-70 minutes, he comes off the team. He comes out, so he gets subbed. So I really need him to have a good performance. He had 4 cracking performances, 3 bad performances. I really need him now to pick the mantle up and get on with it. And Dalit Nagme, for me, this boy is class. You know, as I say, he's like 31 years old. He plays that CDM role, real nice, protects the defenders, doesn't get a lot of assist goals, but he don't need to. He averages 20 to 30 points as his all-round score, so he's always hitting me 50s, 60s. He's just a jack, you know, of all trades. So I love a bit of Darlington there. So I've got high prospects for this. My first ever time I put in an MLS squad last week, my first ever time on the game, I hit 496 out of 500, and they're only going up to 500 rewards. Get this though, that when I actually got in there and they all played last week, I came like 70th. So I was actually going to get like the lowest tier 2 you could get, and I was super happy, thinking amazing. Another day went by, I went from 70th to 120th, 200, 250, 400, and then it dropped me out. I was like 512, and I was like, oh, you know, I thought I had my first reward. And then what happened was, believe it or not, I actually then went in the day they were about to reward, and I would put me in at 496, and I'm thinking to myself, hang on, I was 512 or something. How come it's put me in? They must have adjudicated the scores or something and upgraded certain ones, maybe certain people dropped scores. I'm not sure what happened, but something happened on that last day, and it actually boosted me up by about 15 odd places. So no complaints, which is how I got my reward. So that's where we're at with that one. And then, as I said to you, I just want to talk a little bit about my new addition, because he's a new addition and I'm super happy over him. So we're going to quickly just bring him up. And then once we've done that, I'm actually then going to just quickly talk about a couple of things to do with the monetary side of this. That's Diego Rubio. It was out with him and another boy. This guy won me over just due to the fact that he is their main piece of the puzzle for the team, Colorado Rapids. He plays for a quality team. Well, you know what? He plays for a mid-table team, but he's the star of the show. I got him at £71. He's only just been sold for £86, so he's going up in cost. Cracking, that's what I like to see. Scores-wise, you can have a quick look now. Is he a well beater? Does he get you 80, 90 game in, game out? No, but I didn't pay 500 quid for him. I paid 70, 80 quid. When you pay that, you get your money's worth. Now with here, he's just had 2 cracking games, 80, 75. He got a decisive. He you know, played the 90 minutes, but didn't play too well. But they were against Salt Lake, I think there. He only played 81 minutes. Again, another decisive. I think this guy's on, Diego Rubio. If we have a quick look at him here, I just want to just quickly check. Diego Rubio, here we are. So, that's what I like to see. Look at this, boys. Yes. Alright, I just want to quickly show you some stats here. Well, first of all, obviously, this is who he's playing for. Look at this. That guy actually got him for £18.49. He got him back in January. So he was smart. He got him when he was at an all-time low and then just sold him. And look at the profit he's just made. I actually tried to get this guy down to about 60 odd quid and he just wouldn't have it. So I just paid the £71. Another fun fact on this is that I paid the £71 and about 1 hour afterwards someone was selling him for £69 with 8% and I paid £71 at 7.5. It's only a couple of pounds. It's only 0.5%. But when you've been, you know, trying to bid on someone and do it and then someone just comes out of the blue and grabs him, it is an extra kick. Alright, so he's played 7 games, 4 goals, 1 assist, 5 goal contributions. And that's not like 3 in 1 match or something. That's 5 separate matches. I've checked it out. So in 5 matches, this guy's done... in 7 matches, he's done 5 goal contributions in some form or other. So he's in fantastic place. And look at them Scots there, 64, 80, 75, no doubt. So I'm really, really happy with that. So I just wanted to go through just a couple of things now, guys, to do with the price. I'll do a separate video on this, so I don't want to go through absolutely everything, but I do want to just show you something really, really quickly, which is something that I was making the other day, just about costs more than anything else. So what I did was a list of all the players that I've currently got on the team that are in my that are in Sorare data, so open my full lineup. As you can see here, if I go onto my gallery, you'll see I think it says about £1,250. It was at £1,300 a couple of days ago when I tried to make this video, but it's at £1,234, yeah? So what basically happens is this, is just so you're aware, I've put £1,890, so £1,900 according to all my maths here. I put in £1,895 and 16 pence, so 1,900 quid. If I was to sell all my players right now, as you can see, £1,234. So you probably think to yourself, well, you're losing, you know, 600 odd quid or something. You're basically losing over £650, and you're right, I would do. If I was to sell all them players at the highest price they've ever gone for example, you know, I'm just giving you an example off the top of my head. If I click on, I don't know, let's go Oliver Bowman, just because he's the first player there. It could be any player. I'm just giving you one example so you can have a look. If I do this over all time, or say the last year or something, the highest price he's ever gone for, and I'm not just talking about someone who just randomly went for him, somewhere where we hit a peak, a crescendo, £264, £241, £250 right at the start of the season, £248. So you're probably looking at a top end of around 250 quid. I paid for him £190, so technically speaking, and this guy's not exactly 40, he's only 31. So at some stage, just because he's done it 3 or 4 times, he's going to hit that 250 marker. So I'm just giving you an example with Oliver Bowman. So if I say there's £60 profit that I could get him for, if I was to sell him, might be 2 months from now, might be 5 months from now, might be 8 months from now, but at some stage I'm going to make that 50, 60, £70 profit on him. So that's one player. If I do that with every single player, now I think I've got all together now, I must have... yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of players now. That I know that for a fact, about 27 or something in total. Let's have a look. I've got 28 limiteds. If I was to do that to every single one of my limiteds, when the time comes, I would make £3,370 and 42 pence. Now it's not an exact science because that's to the penny, but what I'm trying to say is I'd make around 3,400. I put in 1,900 in the game, so I'm making a lot of profit. Obviously, I would have to be super smart, sell them at the exact date, the exact time that they hit that exact price, if they hit the price again. That brings me on to my next thing real quick. If some of you are probably thinking, well, Ash, what's the chances of them hitting that exact price ever again? And you're right, they may never do that. They most likely are going to do that, but if they didn't, I take that on board. So even if I was to take 10% of that £3,370 odd pounds, that brings it to £3,033. Still takes it at £3,000. And again, I only put 1,900 quid in the game. So I'm still £1,100 in profit if I was to never play this game again and just literally just wait for the right moment and the right day. If you said take 20% off, well, obviously you just take another 10% off that. I'm still actually going to be quids in by another, whatever the maths is, £600-700. If you said 25%, you get where I'm going with it, is that I would have to make like, they would, 20-30%, of all them players would have to not hit their scores just for me not to actually make profit. And the reason why I'm saying this, and I'm just sort of talking, and I'll actually put up a proper upload next time where you can see every single player and all the prices so you can see what I'm talking about. The reason why I'm saying this is that if some of you now have got galleries and you're looking, thinking, go to your bank statements, have a look at everything online and have a look and just find out exactly how much you're plugging away into this game. If some of you put 3, 4, 5 grand in and you're thinking, am I ever going to get that money back? And you go into your Sorare data and you've got half that amount or 60%, 70%, and you're thinking, where am I going to get that money? You can get that money back. You just have to be really smart, the right time, the right date, the right time of the season. You just gotta be smart with it, and it's the long game. If you're trying to enter into this game for the short term, unless you just want a little bit of fun, put 100 quid in and just have a bit of a laugh, it's okay. But if you actually want to do well in this game long term, you've got to start thinking long term strategy, and that's one thing I'm still 3 months later still getting my head around, because I'm a human like you, so I look at my money and think, it annoys me that I see 1234. I know I've put 1,900 quid, so I know I'm losing 660 odd pounds there. I'm just like you guys, I'm looking thinking, that's really, really annoying me, it's digging at me. But then you sit back and think, no, I'll get that money, I will get it, I can get it back, all I gotta do is just wait for the right time. And a lot of you will be thinking this and maybe just not have addressed it, you've just shied away from it. Don't shy away from it, tackle it, because it's real, it's your money, and you got to look after it. So it's investment, it's just like anything else. So just do your research and don't really panic. Honestly, don't panic. Alright, moving on to bigger and better things. What have I entered for this game week? Did I already address that? I think I did, and if I did, we're just going to move straight on. Yes, I've already addressed it. I've already gone through the players. Brilliant. So you know who I've won. You know the players, my very first ever reward. You know the players that we've got going forwards for these upcoming matches. And yeah, I mean, that's basically everything I wanted to run through. What I do want to say is just finally about a competition. I'm at 90 subscribers. Once I hit 100, I said I would always give a giveaway. It might just be for one person. It might be for 3 people. It'll probably just be for the one, guys. As I said, I don't have like 10 grand in the game and I can just give a 50 quid, £100 card away. I might do a 50 quid card. Who knows? Who knows, eh? But what I want to say is this. Going back to what I said earlier about 100% of people, 20% of people that watch my videos rigorously subscribe. The 8% that watch them rigorously don't subscribe. If you did subscribe, I would just quadruple in subscribers instantly. So, I'd be super, super happy if you could please do that. But one thing I do want to just do in terms of the competition is this. I've only done like 15, I think this is my 16th video or something, maybe 17th, we'll see when I upload it. So it's not as if you've got a year worth of videos, it's going to take you a long time. This will take you next to nothing. All you need to simply do, and a lot of you have already done on quite a lot of them, is go from my very first video to the video I'm up to date on this one, and keep doing it until I hit my 100 subscribers. Once I've done that, I will then have a look through all the videos, see who's liked, you've got to like it, and you've got to comment. And you've got to do that on every single video. It could just be one word comment, it could be a line, it could be anything. If you've liked and you commented on every single video that I've uploaded, and it shouldn't take you that long at all, you'll be in a shot of going ahead and getting a reward from me to you. How we're going to announce that reward, whether it's done via Twitter, Facebook, whether it's just the comments, whether we do it via the Discord. I'm not too sure how we're going to do it, but we're going to get you in. As I say, once I hit that 100 subscribers, which, guys, I've only got 10 to go. Each video normally gets me around 5 subscribers. So honestly, only a couple of videos, so I'm giving you a fair warning, at least a week or two probably before we'll hit that 150 fingers crossed, all being well. So you've got plenty of time. So you don't have to rush doing it now. You've got plenty of time, but every video, a like, a comment, and that would be awesome. So that being said, guys, I just want to say thank you very much. Sorry I've not been as consistent as I was like. I said I had corruption last couple of days on the video, couldn't get it uploaded. And fingers crossed this will be going out, hopefully. And last night I went out and had a few drinks, so I couldn't get it done last night either. So I had to just skip a video, but hopefully this will be the last time. If you've got any questions, any queries, anything at all, drop it in the Discord. If you don't know, go to the Discord. It will always be in the comments, all the links to over my Facebook and everything, and that would be amazing. Well, from me to you, hope you have success this weekend. Your boys score high, keep me informed, and as always, love and peace.